Alright, welcome back. Logbook, month number 10. This is Commander Syken. We are finding ourselves in this awkward spot. Apparently, the aliens are retaliating against us, and we have done all that we can, our best efforts, to keep them at bay. They can't get down our Avenger, but we seem to have problems finding the location of the formidable Chosen. A bunch of renegades that seem to possess specific powers. We are, so far, incapable of putting it up with them. I still haven't figured out a way of transporting more than 4 people into the missions. Therefore, our squads, with a severely diminished size of people, need to rely on advanced tactics to even compensate. Today, we find ourselves in Australia, where the finest of our soldiers will infiltrate a stronghold. Edgar Allan Poe, Ranvan, Zirkim and Roby will once again do the undoable, think the unthinkable, and defeat the undefeatable when going in to kill the last of the alien rulers, a famously known queen of berserkers. I don't know what's going to await them, but it's probably not going to be pretty. Syken out. And with that, guys, welcome. We're going to go into the mission. We're pretty worn down with how the war is going. Like I was describing, we're in this awkward position. I don't know where this campaign is going. We can't get them down, they can't get us down. It's kind of this stalemate where we play on and on and on just to get a little bit stronger. I hope once we have the colonel ranks and the highest bonds, that we will stand a chance to go in with 4 people and effectively kill a chosen one. I have no idea if it's possible. We're going to use our remaining time this month to slowly but surely start gathering more intel, but also to go and grab some further research projects in the Shadow Chamber. These are the last ones that are open, and basically they would effectively help us to finish the normal storyline. So far, that's the idea for this month. We have landed. We unfortunately are only 4 people, and immediately I'm thinking whether or not we want to kind of retreat, but we would be fatigued, so that's maybe not a good idea. I was hoping for a 5th group member, which we can use as sort of bait.
Position confirmed. Affirmative. Moving out. That's affirmative. Got it covered. Moving to Overwatch. Overwatch. I'm on it. Hostile forces spotted.
I'm not 100% certain what we're going to find. But as long as we're concealed, we should be okay. I mean, we know there's 1 pack here and 1 pack here, right? We're going to retain all of our teamworks and so on. I don't want to use that now. But I think it's an excellent opportunity to start hitting these guys. So I'm considering run and gunning to here into full cover, then taking a shot and pulling the guys. It's probably the best thing we could do.
I'm coming for you. Rolling.
We're not on a timer so far. Let's start with this Elite Lancer.
More where that came from.
Fortunately missed him.
We're in the sight.
With a Rupture we could have almost like fully killed him. So let's shred these two guys.
Throwing grenade.
There we go. And I think we're still going to go with the Rupture. That's one option. The other one is rapid firing and killing him normally. I think we're going with the Rupture.
Shredded.
It's equal damage, but since he's now bleeding, we deal way more damage on top of it.
Located. Hostile target down.
So that's one down. Roby's 8 protocoling himself, mainly, because that will allow him to get Overwatch shots. And we'll then continue to try to kill this guy here.
Armor still holding. Get out of my hand!
I'm always surprised how little resistance we seem to have against mind control.
Getting a little too warm over here. They got me. Stop it.
So grappling over here. Our task is to kill the guy down here. Wow, only 80%? That's a bummer. I think we still can pull it off.
Come on. Taking heavy fire.
Interestingly enough, the game doesn't think so. Wow.
Do better.
Didn't want to use any cooldowns, but apparently I'm forced to.
Designated coordinates.
So what we're going to do is going to throw the axe in his face. And we're going to use Blade Master to effectively get him into stasis.
Okay, I'll go.
Roby moves a bit back, and we're hunkering down to get rid of the fire.
I'm ready.
Let's reload and rapid fire this guy. Okay, he's going to use Flamer on both of us.
I can't move. I need a med kit here. Hostile terminated.
Alright, that's one down. Ranvin is going to hunker down
Holding position.
just to minimize the damage that we're taking.
Ready to go.
Don't want to use any healing packs on top of what we anyways used. Almost got them down. We're pretty much in a pristine condition still. Lost 2 hit points or something. Fire doesn't really affect us all too much. Except when, if the house starts to break down, then maybe we would be affected. For now, it's fine.
I'm trusting you here.
We need to regain cooldowns anyways.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
So we're waiting for Face Off and Lightning Hands. Lightning Hands back in 1 turn, and Rupture.
It's killing time. What's over there?
Roby moves in. Overwatch. Edgar Poe Overwatch. Zirkim Overwatch. And let's give it that extra round. I'm double checking the ammunition because we could run into
That's affirmative.
the Berserker Queen. I want to make sure that we're pretty well prepared if that happens.
What's over there? Locked and loaded. Overwatch.
Reload Overwatch and Overwatch.
Covering now. Good copy. Moving on target.
So let's grenade launch and
Get ready for a surprise.
basically accept that the Codex is going to separate itself. We have 9 enemies according to the Shadow Chamber in this mission, 3 of which we already killed, 2 here. Which means we do have 1 more pack afterwards. Let's kill this Codex.
Target eliminated.
We are run and
Going
gunning
in for the kill.
into full cover.
You want some?
Nice little hit.
you say so.
Purifier is now completely shredded with the additional damage. He'll probably go down in a matter of seconds. There we go. Perfect.
Moving on target location.
We're taking a bit better position. Overwatch, and the Codex will come in and psionic bomb us. There's the teleport. I don't want to go any further because there could be the Berserker Queen. Lightning Hands to force it to separate. There's the clone. Okay. Easy enough. Let's kill the clone. And we're going to use Edgar Allan Poe to stealth and to scout. So he's going to reconceal. There we go.
I guess that'll be okay.
Renman moves out. Oh, we can't get back up. Interesting. We started on... Oh, wait a second. We can get back up. Perfect. I like being on this rooftop. High ground is absolutely helpful. Specifically when we fight against the Berserker Queen. I don't want to miss any shots against her. Okay, let's get everyone into position before we continue here.
Good to go.
Roby moves up. Edgar Allan Poe moves.
Okay, I'll go.
We have Renman who moves up.
Heading there now.
Zirkim is in grappling distance.
Moving.
Edgar waits here.
Good to go.
Reload. And everyone else is already fully reloaded, so short Overwatch.
I've got movement. Heads up. Headed there now. Overwatch. On Overwatch. Scanning. On Overwatch.
I'm thinking about actually haywiring and controlling the tower. Mainly
Already there.
because that would give us another body.
I'm on it. Overwatch. Scanning. I'm on the move. Menace 1-5, you're near the target position.
Good, we know where the target position is at. Let's see if we can take over the tower. 50-50. We will need to wait a couple of rounds until Haywire Protocol is back up again. But then since the tower can't move, there's nothing wrong with waiting.
On Overwatch. I'm on it. 'Affirmative, covering now.
What we want to do is we want to make sure that when the Berserker Queen is going to join us, that we have the most firepower available, and maybe even the tower as a distraction or scout.
Roger, I've got my eyes on it.
Good. Second chance.
Hey, where does it go? I'll try to control it. Come get some. Eyes on the prize. On Overwatch.
Luckily, we're not on a timer.
Come get some. Scanning. Moving to Overwatch. Got it covered.
And one more round of Overwatch.
Got it covered. I'm on it.
Good. And yet another try. Attempt number 3 for Haywire Protocol. Come on. Mwah. Very good.
Got it. Heading to that location. Moving to position. On it. On Overwatch. Come get some.
I'm wondering where the Berserker Queen might be. Since no one seems to be here, there must be something wrong.
Affirmative. Moving out.
It's very unlikely that she's over here. She might be back here. There's the end of the map. There's the end of the map. I mean, she could be down here for what it's worth, but seriously?
Overwatch. On Overwatch. Affirmative. Covering now. Understood. Moving out.
This one is uniquely graceful compared to some of the other species.
Okay.
It also gives off very strong psionic readings.
2 Archons and the Gatekeeper. That's a very special way of saying fuck you. We could try to fight up here. I mean, against the Archons, that would... yeah, that's one potential tactic. Also with the tower on our side. Let's try that.
On the move. 4. Running.
I think tower hacks last a little bit longer than normal hacks. Normal hacks last 4 rounds, but tower hacks are probably a bit longer than that.
I'm trusting you here. Got it covered. Moving to designated position. Stepping off.
Oh, now we're being spotted out. Well, that sucks. A protocol onto Roby for threat assessment. Overwatch with the tower. Overwatch for Zirkim. Best moment in time to lose the hack effect on the tower. Perfect.
That didn't feel good.
Pretty decent.
What's over there?
I was hoping that the tower would be on our side.
Armor still holding.
Fortunately, I failed to realize that that's not the case.
That armor's
Tower
up.
betrayed us in the first possible moment.
Hostile target down. Heading to that location.
Thanks to blue screen rounds, we are fine. Killed the tower. Now let's redo the Overwatch and wait for the first one of the Archons to come up here. It's interesting to see, by the way, that the Gatekeeper can shoot through the roof, and is also very much willing to do so.
Understood. Moving out. If you say so.
So we're orientation towards this side here.
On your order.
This means there is someone or something down there willing to check what that is. Just 5 damage means there was an Archon down there. Explosions usually would shred otherwise, so it was not the Gatekeeper, and it was only one creature down there.
say so. Got it covered.
Overwatch, Overwatch, Overwatch.
Covering now.
Come on, guys. There's the Gatekeeper. And there's an Archon. Interestingly enough, it can pull off Blazing Pylons without being hit. Well, no, I was wrong.
Only winged him.
So let's move back.
Position.
Like the idea of Renman moving also back.
Hauling ass.
Should have chosen a position though where he can actually see the enemy. And how injured is this guy? Well, good enough to give him a rupture.
Spray and pray.
13 points of damage with a normal. Like, he only has poisonous rounds, and that's about it. But with a normal Gatling gun, now that they are fully upgraded, he can crit for up to 13. That's actually pretty decent. So, Roby is starting to aid protocol himself because he can take multiple shots. You know what? Let's give it to Renvin because Renvin also marks and shreds the target in case when the Gatekeeper comes up, Renvin could shred that target. So aid protocol over to Renvin. Fair enough. Now we need to spread out just a little bit to not eat the full AoE damage all the time. Might want to position ourselves back here. We're working with teamwork this time because teamwork really doesn't help us when dealing with a berserker. Teamwork would provoke just another action from the berserk. So we're going into full cover here, and this should kill it. There we go. And Roby, from getting the action, can overwatch. We're not going to use the extra movement. Blazing Pylons remove half of the whole deck here.
I'm pinned down here.
We could move into here. We would then see the the gatekeeper. We can also launch a rocket, which will shred 2 of his armor. I think that's the more secure version. Because clearly you can launch rockets just through the roof. Could move to here. Actually not a bad idea, but it's only 1 shot, so not sure if we want to do that or if we rather wait with it. Like, we could rupture it. Move over here, but we would lose all of our high ground bonus, and I actually wanted to fight against this thing via high ground because it has so much defense. If we move here, that's another shot. And this here would be another shot, but I don't like the idea where we would end. We would deal sufficient damage, like pretty decent damage. What's the other alternative? We could go back and wait for the thing to come up. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's do that. Moving over. Overwatch. Gremlin heal for Renvin. Overwatch from Roby. Renvin takes an Overwatch. And Edgalian Poe stands over here, takes an Overwatch as well. I don't know why it wouldn't come up here. It has the ability to fly, so no clue.
We're green to go. Rock and roll. Moving to Overwatch. Come get some. I'm on it. Moving to Overwatch.
For now, Quadro Overwatch. There's still a second Archon somewhere around here. Well, that's the beauty of execution.
I got enough to connect. That is not good. I'm under fire.
This guy is poisoned, which is perfect.
I guess that'll be okay.
Let's mark it. Oh, never mind.
Check it before you get too close. On the move. Locked and loaded.
So, there's still one enemy here. The Berserk, which we haven't found so far.
Moving to Overwatch.
So I suggest we take this side here
Okay, I'll go.
and then slowly drop down.
On the move. I'm trusting you here. Of all the aliens running around.
Okay, well, sometimes you interestingly find
Curiosity was not unfounded, although I agree it was perhaps.
the enemy kind of at the other side of the map.
We've got a chance to take this thing down once and for all, Commander. Let's get it done.
Let's 8 Protocol Overwatch. Don't even know with whom we'd like to pull that thing. Probably we're just overwatching for now, because I don't want to give it more actions.
Come get some.
Let's see what it does.
Heading out. Ready to go.
We're spreading out
What's over there?
just to make it less convenient for it to hit us all.
If you say so. Affirmative. Covering now. I'm on it. Scanning. Got it covered.
Dangerous. It is down there like a shark.
Rolling.
Moving. That hasn't done anything.
Moving to Overwatch. Overwatch. Back online.
Reload Overwatch and Overwatch. That thing is still standing on the other side.
Orders
Moving
confirmed.
over.
Move.
If I'm right,
I'm on it.
we will be best off positioning here at the ledge.
I guess that'll be okay.
Once this thing runs down there,
Affirmative. Covering out.
we have a perfect line of sight.
Come get some. Overwatch. What was that sound?
Seems to move. Somewhat.
Moving.
Okay. So. Let's start to rupture it. And I mean, I would like to rapid fire it, but that's probably not going to work out. Here's an option though. Free action, Frostbite. This will also poison it.
Get shredded. Went off the armor.
All right, ruptured and poisoned.
That thing is pissed. We
That
gotta
was a
keep
big fat
moving
fuck you.
back.
I hate unconsciousness. That's the wrong way, dude. That's the wrong way. Why are you doing that? Guys, come on. Seriously.
I'll take the high road. Shredded. Hard target, minimal damage. Grappling.
Alright. Free actions such as lightning hands don't trigger anything. Oh, before we do that, should have done this here first. Rapid fire. Reload also doesn't trigger anything. Now rapid fire. For even more shredding. And it's poisoned again.
Hit the armor.
Dead Eye. For maximum damage. Come on. And there's the execution. Finally.
Target eliminated. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I'd love to ask Valen what exactly she planned on doing with this thing. I would be curious to hear her reasoning. Although I would question whether reason was...
By the way, every single tick of the poison
That's the last of them.
had a chance to kill it immediately. So that's why I brought the poisonous rounds with us.
We know Valen is still out there somewhere, and we picked up some new gear in the process. Not a bad haul, considering. Position confirmed. Reloaded. On overwatch. Scanning. Menace 1-5, status confirmed. X4 charges are armed. Move to the extraction point for immediate evac.
So there's the extraction point. Overwatch. Think there are still reinforcements coming in once.
Looks like they called in some friends. Be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
Yeah, we can go for one round of Overwatch shots just for some extra XP. Overwatch, 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 and Overwatch. I'm pretty happy we got the last of the alien rulers.
Advent troops spotted. Flanked! Captain ambush! Come on! I'll get him next time. Enemies moving on our position. 1-5, be advised, we've picked up hostile reinforcements inbound on your position.
Interesting, good. Let's break the Overwatch real quick.
They hit the plate.
Now we need to get out of here.
On the move.
Not a single field where it would be possible to kill someone.
What's over there?
Well, it is what it is.
Closing on target position now.
We, by the way, could have killed them as well, but we would risk being injured
I'm out of here.
unnecessarily.
Let's
So
go.
if we kill someone with an Overwatch, that's fine.
Menace 1-5. Status.
If not, that's also okay.
4 charges detonated.
So, Commander Saiken has something nice to report, something good. We killed the Berserker Queen.
Advent officials revealed today's maneuver by local peacekeepers was a planned exercise. Citizens should not be alarmed. All weapon fire and wounds were simulated to better train Advent forces.
I like this SWAT team here. The 4 are dealing a lot of damage given that they only have conventional weapons in their hands. And the bond between the 2 is almost full.
Now that we have recovered one of Dr. Valen's test subjects, I can begin an autopsy on the specimen as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Your team did a commendable job in destroying the aliens' facility, Commander.
Perfect. So as soon as our guys are ready again in 4 days, I would say we're going for another alien facility. Mainly to reduce the avatar progress, but also to now gain some more momentum. I guess that the XP will be very helpful. We do have 15 days until we need to send someone onto the next mission. And during that time, we can use our Prime team to really farm some XP. Want to get them ready for the first Chosen. And by the way, there is a next mission. 109 intel, holy moly. Codex Spectre, Officer, Trooper, Purifier, Archon, Sectoid, Priest, Shieldbearer. Doesn't seem to be too difficult. So that's the next mission, guys. We are going to look into the Dark VIP extraction in the next video. If you liked what you've seen, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to leave a comment down below telling me what you think about the run. Thank you so much and have a great day.